Hey everyone, Ryan here, MandRproductions, and it is that time of the year. It's one of the most exciting times of the year. We have our 2023 LEGO Star Wars set rumor list thanks to Promo Bricks. We did have a set leak the other day about a Phase 2 Captain Rex helmet, but boy does it get better from there. There's a lot of good stuff on the list, so hit the like button if you're excited. The first set on the list is the 75344 for $10. Slave 1 Microfighter. Sorry, I mean Boba Fett's Starship Microfighter. This thing, obviously something that has been a long time coming in the Microfighter lineup ever since it was introduced in 2014. It's just been one of those microfighters that I was like, why hasn't it happened yet? And finally, in 2023, 9 years after it began, it is here. This is a pretty exciting microfighter, to be honest. It's something original, not a remake. I guess the Razor Crest last year wasn't a remake, but the year before we got our third Millennium Falcon. That was a bit annoying. So yeah, the Slave one is really exciting to me. I think getting another Boba Fett figure at $10 is fine. Like, that doesn't really get me going at all. Like, I don't care, but the actual ship does. There is actually technically a Slave one microfighter that they released as a Comic-Con exclusive in 2012 that looks pretty interesting, that I think is a pretty decent example of what we would see in this set. But yeah, I'm really interested to see what this one looks like, because obviously it's not something that would translate perfectly to microfighter scale. So very excited to see maybe what they do for that windshield. Maybe they'll do something similar to what they did in 2012, or maybe they'll do something completely different. Apparently there's going to be a season 2 of Book of Boba Fett, which makes this set make even more sense to me. So yeah, Slave 1 Microfighter, $10. Nice. The next set is super exciting. At $20, set number 75345, we have a 501st Battle Pack expansion. What I think is the best-selling LEGO set ever is getting a sequel, and this should come as no surprise as it's been immensely popular over the past 2 years. The 501st Battle Pack, of course, retiring at the end of this year. I'll put an affiliate link down in the description below if you want to pick some up, but getting basically a sequel to that set is a really interesting thing. We're going to be getting more different 501st clones, which is really good. That's how I think LEGO should be approaching clone troopers at this point in time, is getting as many different types out in different sets as possible. There will apparently be a 501st Commander in the set, which if I had to guess would be the same thing they did with the 187th Legion Commander, where they just made an airborne trooper a commander, like, type of thing. That could totally be what we see there as far as what a 501st Commander looks like. I don't expect to see like a named character commander or Captain Rex in this set. I definitely don't want that. I don't think those belong in Battle Pack army builders. There's also supposed to be a 501st Sniper in the set, which sounds like a pretty interesting concept, and then 2 501st Heavy Troopers. So definitely some really good army building potential there, and at only $20. They didn't go and screw people and make this a $30, $35 set like they did with the actual normal 501st Battle Pack the first time around. So kudos to LEGO for not taking advantage of the fans and the hype this time around. Honestly, like, good job, I guess. Low-key, when I first heard about this, I was really hoping for like a 501st Armory type set where we got like the Fives, the Echo, Oppo type of like 501st Commander figures all in the same set, kind of like the Iron Man Armory set gives you a bunch of different versions of Iron Man. So, you know, you buy it once and you get all the clones that you want and then you're done. At set number 75346 at $35, unfortunately, we do not have a Super Battle Pack or a 212th Battle Pack or anything of the sort. So it looks like 212th Troopers are only going to be in that ATT for the foreseeable future, and that's just the way it is. This is apparently going to be a Mandalorian Season 3 set, although at the current time of filming this, we do not know exactly what set it could be. It could be a Bo-Katan throne room type of set. It could be a enemy starfighter set to go against the Naboo N1 starfighter, but like I said, it's completely up in the air. It could be something we don't even see in the leaked Mando Season 3 trailer. It's just apparently a Mando Season 3 set, and we have nothing further on that. Moving down the list at set 75347, $65, a set that lost the UCS fan vote a couple years back. However, for $65, a TIE Bomber playset. Finally, after 20 years, a new TIE Bomber. This really should have happened a couple years ago with the 20th anniversary of Episode 5. But look, better late than never. A TIE Bomber playset should be pretty amazing. Functionally, I would expect maybe a spring-loaded shooter out the front, maybe a bomb dropping function at the bottom, and then your pilot can go in the pilot seat. Of course, there'll be a pilot minifigure. There's also supposed to be a Darth Vader minifigure and a Gonk droid. Honestly, leaves a little bit to be desired as far as figures go. Hopefully, maybe a 4th minifigure in the set, because 3 just doesn't feel like enough at $65. But that's LEGO Star Wars for you. But yeah, I'm really stoked about this one. This is one the designers like 4 years ago said we can't do because it would be too expensive, but here we are 4 years later, and look, they made it $65. This is great. I mean, it's probably, I'm a little concerned about this one actually now that I think about it. I don't know how small the model will look. Like, Yeah, the $40 TIE Fighter we got a couple years ago didn't come out the greatest, so I guess I have a little bit of concern for the look of this model, but, you know, it definitely can't be worse than the 2003 version, so it has that going for it. Like, it'd be hard to be worse. The next set is set number 75348 for $100, and it is also supposedly a Mandalorian Season 3 set, and honestly, at $100, I don't even know where to begin to guess what this could be. Now, the next three sets are all $70, set 75349, 50, and 51. And I'm just gonna assume they're all helmet sets. We first up have the rumor that dropped the other day with a Phase 2 Captain Rex helmet at $70. This obviously should be pretty great. You know, hard to see this one going wrong. Generally, I've liked a lot of the helmet sets except the Darth Vader, so I think they should be able to knock Captain Rex out of the park here. I have very high hopes there. The next rumored set, though, is a Phase 1 Commander Cody helmet. I really hope it's not Phase 1. I really hope it ends up being Phase 2 and the rumors are just wrong, because obviously two Phase 2 helmets next to each other are going to look better than a Phase 1 and a Phase 2 helmet together. Like, I just don't understand why they wouldn't do the same phase helmet type, either two Phase 1 helmets or two Phase 2 helmets. Why a mix? Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. That being said, Commander Cody helmet sounds great either way. I wish it wasn't a mix. And then the third helmet set is apparently based off Episode 6 and should be an Endor Trooper helmet set as either Leia or Luke Skywalker, although at the current point in time, we're not 100% sure, but definitely with the 40th anniversary of Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, it makes a ton of sense to get a Return of the Jedi helmet set. In fact, I'm surprised there aren't a couple other Return of the Jedi helmet sets and we didn't just get no Clone Troopers at all for 2023, because LEGO easily could have done that and just been like, well, but it's the 40th anniversary, we had to make the helmets. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. The Endor style helmet will go great with the existing Scout Trooper helmet that came out in 2021. Now, that Rebel helmet set should actually be set number 75356, not 51, which means there's a blank $70 set at set number 75351. What that could be, anybody's guess. Hopefully that's where we could get our Phase 2 Captain Rex minifigure, because I'm really hoping he's going to show up here in the first half of the year, but if he doesn't, now, set 75352 is going to be $100, and it is supposed to be a Death Star Final Duel diorama set. This one I am absolutely pumped for, although $100 for a diorama set is kind of insane, especially considering just a couple years ago it was $100 for the entire full playset, and I can only assume a diorama set would be a much more miniaturized version of what we see with the playset. Kind of like when you think of Yoda's hut, like everything's just smaller in there. I mean, it's more detailed, but it is smaller. And so with this Death Star Final Duel, we should be getting 5 minifigures with the Emperor, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and the 2 Royal Guards. Hopefully updated a little bit from that 2020 set. Just nicer figures would be better here, especially given the price tag and potential size of the set. But it also wouldn't surprise me to just get exact reprints from a couple years ago. Set 75353 is going to be $80, and this diorama set is supposed to be an Endor Speeder Chase. So we would get the Endor Luke Skywalker, Endor Princess Leia, as well as, I assume, 2 Scout Troopers that are on speeder bikes as well. I assume we get 3 speeder bikes in the set, so 2 Scout Trooper bikes and then the 1 bike with Leia and Luke on it. And then I assume there would be like a tree where one of the bikes maybe is crashing into in the diorama. That would be really cool to have that properly represented, not just the bikes like swerving through the trees. I would like to see the actual crash taking place, you know? I'm also curious like how the trees would turn out in this, like how tall can they make them? So yeah, very interesting potential diorama here. The 75354 is completely blank, no price, no information at all. It might just be one of those skip set numbers at the end of the day, but as of now, that's where we're at. Set 75355 is going to be $240, and that is supposed to be the UCS set for May 4th of next year. What that UCS set may be, we have no idea currently. Personally, I'm really hoping for a UCS Darth Vader's TIE Fighter still. Really want to see a remake of that. Although with it being, again, the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, perhaps we could see a remake of the B-Wing. I honestly hope not. Like, that was one of the worst selling LEGO Star Wars UCS sets in the last decade. Ooh, a UCS TIE Interceptor actually would be pretty good too. I think that might be more likely than a B-Wing, but right now it's completely open. We have no idea. But that really only leaves us with a few other things as far as rumors for 2023 goes. There's usually a $5 poly bag, and usually they do base these poly bags off of one of the ships in the first half of the year. And so this year I would expect it maybe to be based off that TIE Bomber. It'd be a pretty cool poly bag to go out and get. And then we should also have a May 4th set, which hopefully will be a set much like the Lars Family Homestead Kitchen that we saw with a figure and a very nice build. maybe Dex's Diner. I don't know. That's a little too wishful. It'll probably be something episode 6 related. And then there should be a couple of minifig packs as well for 2023. Don't know anything about them, but they are supposedly coming. So those $15 figure packs should be returning to LEGO stores. As hard as they have been to get this year, maybe LEGO will finally get their act together for next year and make these easier to get through lego.com and at LEGO stores, because in 2021 the clone pack and the Hoth pack have been dang near impossible for a lot of people to get, so seeing that change would be great. And then with set number 40615, there's supposedly a new LEGO Star Wars Brickheadz coming. We can assume this is going to be $10 or $20, as typically the Star Wars Brickheadz packs have included 1 or 2 Brickheadz, but it could potentially be an even bigger pack like we've seen with some of the Harry Potter Brickheadz lately. I'm actually kind of hopeful for something like that, so we can get something a little bit different. It looks like we have some pretty great stuff for LEGO Star Wars in the first half of 2023. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to stay up to date on the latest 2023 LEGO Star Wars news. Deuces.